Hello guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Yakubu ignored calls to review the process. The fraud done by INEC will be reversed. Atiku. We all know that the 2023 presidential election might have come and gone, but there are still some pressing issues which are still being discussed regarding the credibility of the election. We all know that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, P2B, and that of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, refused to concede victory as they both approached the court to challenge the victory of Bola and Tinubu. In a video broadcast posted by Dino Milaye on his verified Facebook page, Atiku Abubakar has reacted to the conduct of the 2023 elections. He described the presidential election as below standard and stated that the INEC chairman, Professor Yakubu, ignored calls to review the process, which some people pointed out some irregularities at the National Coalition Center in Abuja. Atiku said that the electoral fraud perpetrated by INEC will be reversed in due course when the court gives its final verdict on the case. So as it seems now, Nigerians, the aggrieved political parties are waiting on the final judgment of the courts. But for now, different accusations and allegations have been coming towards the INEC chairman. That is why the PDP had earlier stated that this INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, must resign. In fact, they have strongly demanded for his immediate resignation, that he should resign for the violation of the provisions of the Electoral Act and alleged manipulations of the February 25th presidential election results. That is why they have been trying so hard to pursue this case in court if they would win. And afterwards, Nigerians have been pointing fingers at the INEC chairman for different electoral violations and manipulations that had gone on during the last February 25th, 2023 presidential election. So ever since then, the PDP, who have staged a protest in Abuja, after that, they demanded that this INEC chairman must resign, that he is not competent enough, that in fact, his credibility have been questioned, his integrity have been questioned, since he have abused the confidence and he has bashed the hope of millions of Nigerians who have trusted in him, as well as other political parties, and other international communities. We have been hoping for a free, fair, and a credible election, but INEC came and spoilt everything for us. So they said this man must go since he has involved himself, by compromising this election. Because many Nigerians have alleged that all those top INEC officials have been heavily compromised financially by the leading All Progressive Congress to manipulate the electoral process and also the results. That is what most Nigerians have been alleging. So the integrity of the INEC chairman have been questioned, and Nigerians have lost all hope in this man because the trust we put in INEC have been bashed ever since when we saw how things really played out at the election ground. That is why they said this man must go. Now they have stated that this is not the end, though. That this is not the end. In fact, this is the beginning. That Mahmoud Yakubu have been ignoring calls to review the process when they have called that, okay, these elections should be cancelled. We should conduct another election. And then some people have been stating that different polling units, that had not conducted elections, they should go ahead and redo the elections at those polling units, at those states, at those communities. There should be a re-election in some parts where elections were not held on that day. But INEC, he turned deaf ears to the advice and the pleas of people, even when Obasanjo had wrote a letter to President Muhammad Buhari that please, he should make sure that there should be a re-election on the 4th of March. That please, he should see to it because Nigerians are crying that, in fact, this process cannot be trusted. But then they disregarded the letter of Obasanjo and other Nigerians who have been crying, pleading. People have gone up to the streets to protest against this. Now, the PDP is stating that this fraud that INEC have committed against Nigerians will be reversed. It's just a matter of time. Soon, it will come to an end because they are reviewing the process in court. They are looking at these issues in court. So when the court gives its final judgment, then the INEC chairman will see. But for now, make him just dey go. Yes, he should continue, but don't worry. His time will come. And a time will come whereby all these things, all the things he had done against Nigerians will come to an end. Because the INEC officials have really sacrificed Nigerians' future and interests all for a pot of porridge. How much have they been given? How much were they given that they had to sell the vote of Nigerians to somebody else? They had to rig this election. They had to manipulate the result. How much were they given that they had to sell their conscience all for a pot of porridge? And they took the votes of Nigerians for granted. That is what they are stating. So, my wonderful people, what are your thoughts concerning this issue? Because Nigerians are calling for the head of the INEC chairman. Oh, no be small thing they go on. When you walk on the streets, on the road, you hear people calling, INEC, INEC, INEC. INEC has ripped us of our votes. They have finished us in this country. And the INEC chairman is to be held responsible for all this issue because he had assured us, he gave us assurance that everything will be fine. But then, at the end of the day, we saw that INEC really made a mess of us, a mess of Nigerians. Atiku Abubakar have stated this, and Dino Milaye, his spokesperson, made this post on his verified Facebook page when he stated that Atiku Abubakar has reacted to the conduct of the 2023 elections, and he described the presidential elections as below standard, and has also stated that the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, ignored the calls to review the process, which many Nigerians have pointed out that there have been some irregularities, starting from the National Coalition Center in Abuja when they were calling the results. Dino Milaye started it there. When he reacted to this issue, he was in disapproval of the results being called, and he stood up against it. He had to stand up against the INEC chairman. He said, no, this is not what we voted for. These numbers, they are not adding up. What we are seeing is different from the vote we cast. You have to check this thing. But INEC chairman said, no, if you are not okay with what we have given you guys, then you go to court. And Dino Milaye walked out of the coalition center. And ever since then, the battle between the INEC chairman and the PDP have been ongoing. They went ahead, they staged a protest. They called INEC, okay, bring the beavers, let's see. Let's see what you have done. Let's see the results. You say no. So my country people, Atiku have stated now that the fraud that INEC have done will surely be reversed when the final judgments of the courts, have been made known to Nigerians. So guys, what are your thoughts concerning this issue? Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section down below. Thank you. Bye for now.